Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction.
Hey, Shalom. This is Brother Yuan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakah, Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, I shared the full clip of the video I ran in the intro maybe about a couple hours ago. But it goes all the way into the psychology of why people do a lot of the things that they do. There's something missing. They feel unappreciated. They feel unrecognized, right? They're hurting. You got Elder Yashawamba says it all the time, man. Our people need therapy. For what our people have been through, someone that went through these traumatic experiences, they need therapy. So our people, they go, their actions, the things that they do, is trying to make themselves feel better about the trauma that they've experienced that's been passed down on them from generation to generation. And part of that is Jacob go try to flaunt and act like he has it when he doesn't. And it just it's a slippery slope of wickedness. Because now, in order to that longing for feeling appreciated and loved and recognized and respected, Jacob go and do anything to obtain it. Rob, steal, kill, right? From people that look just like him. Anything. And it leads to sin. And it's preached on it, man. The scripture tell you not even both of your clothes because, let me get it. What does that lead to? Let me go get it really quick for you guys here. Actually, I'll pull it up on the screen. When you go to it's in the Apocrypha. You go to Sirach, the 11th chapter. Let me put it up on the screen here. Okay. Bear with me. Get this thing going for you guys. Go here. So we go to Sirach 11. All right, let's get there. All right, Sirach 11 and 4. All right, it says what? Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor. For the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. All right, so that's not a habit that you want to cling on to. All right, and again, when you really think about it, but every guy that you know in the hood is flashing money, boasting of it. What ends up happening to the guy? Okay, and the Lord, and it's really when they're doing that, it's just it's a magnification of the way of their conduct as a whole. All right, so it's you don't want to be in that spirit and that vibration. The Lord pulled us, out of that way of thinking, out of operating in that fashion, man. But again, that's a big reason behind why Jake does a lot of those things, man. Why he moves like that, and we'll start the clip back right here. I think this is where he said it.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. Three habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off brands. Buying by brand, that's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware, but she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. That's the second important point.
And I'll say this: a lot of the things that we say, when people walk by and they hear, they know it to be true in their spirit. They feel convicted. They're like, "Hey, man, these guys are telling the truth. This is the way." But it's not appealing. It doesn't taste good. All right. This is hard work, man. Again, you have to be a base when you come to serve the Lord. Lord, you're gonna be put through certain trials. It doesn't fit in with the world. Your circle's gonna get small because people don't want to rock in righteousness, right? So, this needing for recognition also holds people back from walking in the Lord's ways. This is a mentality and a thought process that you have to detach yourself from, and pray for the Lord to detach you from it. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to look nice and feel loved and recognized, but that shouldn't be. It can be a gateway to you walking in wickedness. All right, you got to keep it in check. All right.
And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
The Negro resents being offered a substitute. He wants to be sold on quality, not price. The Negro buys by brand, he buys quality, and he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale. These are the keys to selling the Negro customer.
And Jake thinks that him having expensive things or looking or appearing as though he has money or some kind of wealth, which we know, even Floyd Mayweather, compared to the elites, you take the most paid Israelite and you compare him to the most paid Edomite, he's a homeless man. He's a welfare case compared to the elites, right? But Jake, because he wants that recognition, because he wants to feel respected, but he's going about it the wrong way, he puts his salvation in money, in the love of money. He thinks because he has that gives him value as a man or a human being or as a woman, when in our actuality, that's not where our value comes from. Our value comes from, our willingness to walk in righteousness, the magnitude in which the Lord can use us to push his will. That's where your value comes from, not from money.
According to leading researchers, in proportion to population and income, Negroes buy more quality products than any other comparable United States group.
Which is why, Floyd Mayweather, people feel the need to flash their money to show that they have what. It's like, oh, I'm valuable. Look at me. It's vanity. It's all vanity, man. And it's going to come to naught. Another thing that's going to come to naught as this transition of power begins to happen. I believe it's Sirach, right? Or is it Ecclesiastes? Let's read, since I mentioned it, right? Yep. Sirach 10:8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. And we know that this devil has obtained all that he has by deceit. All right. And injuries and unrighteous dealings. All right. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay. So as this transitioning of the kingdom is happening, everything that's considered valuable on this side is going to be wiped away. And in order to keep it at the latter end of this kingdom, as this kingdom is circling and draining, in order to keep those things that are valuable, you're going to have to get further and further into bed with the wicked. All right? Which is a very steep price to pay. There's a very steep price to pay for getting in bed with this man. You're going to be thrusted with him. All right, so just a quick lesson, man. I shared the clip and I figured it's probably a little long for some people. You know, they got a short attention span. So I just got to the point in this clip and spoke on it here briefly. All right, so with that being said, man, going to give all praises once again to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kakadash. Going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers, and of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.